What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rugged Adventures. Today I have my brand new Sig Sauer P365 handgun. Just picked this thing up, and I know that you guys say I talk too much when I first get started in these videos, so let's just put the hearing protection on, shoot a mag of 9mm out of this, and then we'll get into why I picked it, compare it to different handguns, etc. So let me just get hearing protection on here and we'll do it. This is actually the very first shots that are going to be fired out of this gun. I just picked it up, and I'm really excited to shoot it. This is the very first one, so hopefully everything goes well. See if we can hit that one way down there. So wasn't able to hit the one way down there, but we put the rest of them pretty much on target. And the thing that I want you guys to notice about this little tiny handgun is that there were 10 shots that came out of there, and that is a big deal for why I picked this particular handgun as far as a carry gun to replace my Glock 23. But before we get into all of those things, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Listen, like 1% of you guys that watch this stuff is subscribed.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
So subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll get into why I picked the P365 as my carry weapon. So for the longest time, I've been carrying this Glock 23. This is a, if that focus is on there, this is a 40 caliber pistol handgun. It holds 13 rounds, and it was the very first gun that I ever purchased. I think it was either that or my AK-47. It's been a little while, so I can't remember which one was which. But this thing holds 13 rounds, and you know, it's 40 caliber, so it has a lot of power, and it's still relatively controllable. They actually made this caliber because police couldn't hit anything with the with like a 45 or whatever, and the 38s were not getting the job done as far as stopping the bad guys. So they came up with this 40 cal to kind of bridge the gap there and have something that's controllable. But the problem is that when you go to conceal this gun and you put it in your waistband or whatever, this is a relatively large firearm. They call this a compact in the Glock world, but it is really anything but. So I went out searching for a handgun that was going to be able to fit my needs, to be concealable. I wanted it to be like 9mm, and I wanted it to have a relatively large amount of bullets and be something I was familiar with. So naturally, being that I've had a Glock forever, I went in thinking I am going to buy a Glock 43. There is just nothing else that I'm going to do. I'm going to go get that thing. But when I actually went in and put the two of them in my hands, because that's what I wanted to do, a friend of mine turned me on to the Sig P365. I put both of them in my hands, and when I held both of these guns, the Glock 43 just did not have the feel in the hand that this 365 does from Sig. I mean, it's hotter and humider than you can believe out here, and so I'm already sweating up a storm. So I looked at the specs on that, and the biggest deal with this entire thing is that the Sig comes with 10 rounds in this 9mm caliber. In this tiny little frame, if you take the slide and put it away, it's no bigger than my hand. It'll easily fit in your pocket. It would fit in your when very easily. It would be very easily concealable without having any noticeable bulge or anything on the side of your shirt. And so, when you're looking at the Glock 43, it's only 6+1. This is 10+1, which puts it at almost the same ammunition capacity as this Glock 23 in a much smaller fashion. I mean, look at the difference in the size there. If you look at the difference from the top and in the handle and pretty much in every way, obviously smaller than the Glock 23. I also brought along this Smith & Wesson M&P Shield in 380. This is the MP3 Shield EZ, and this is my wife's carry gun. If any of you guys want any full videos on any of the rest of these guns, I can do that. Just be sure to leave it down in the comments so I can know what you guys want if you want to see these smaller guns, because this EZ is actually a really cool gun. It's very easy to use and operate, but it is still a little bit, or it's quite a bit bigger than this 9mm Sig P365. A little bit bigger, a little bit wider. And again, before you guys are like, oh, he's flagging the cameraman. It's on a tripod, guys. You know, relax here. We're not doing anything that's you know, horribly unsafe on this channel. But so that's why I picked this this Sig Sauer P365. All right, let's see what else we can hit. Again, like I said, guys, 10 rounds in this magazine. In this little tiny magazine, 10 9mm rounds. You can load one, have a 10+1. You could have a total of 11 rounds to play with out of a, you know, a little micro compact pistol. So, get this dude loaded up here. And the thing that I like about this, and like I said about the Glock 43, is this feels so much better in your hand. It's such a better feeling gun. The Glock 43, you know, the Glocks are a little bit more boxy than most other firearms. This has got, you know, it's just a little bit more rounded off and such. And it just, for a gun that's this small, it feels good in my hand. There's a little bit of a bump there on the bottom of the magazines that come with the gun. You get 2 mags in a case, and it allows you to get a little bit more of your hand on the grip than other guns that only have, you know, 6 and are a little bit shorter. The slide's very easy to operate. There is no manual safety on this particular gun. They do make a model of this, I think it's the P365X, that does have the manual safety here. I preferred this one to not have it, and that's just my personal preference. Everything feels really great with the trigger when you pull it. There's no hang-ups or anything like that. So let me get the hearing protection on, and we'll shoot some more. All right, here we go. Again, this does take a decent amount of force to pull back on the slide. So, you know, if you're weaker, older, whatever, you know, it does take a considerable amount of force in order to, especially with that 10-round mag fully loaded, to get that in there. But, you know, nothing really out of the ordinary for your average handgun. So let's get right to it. Let's see if we can hit that target way out there. Nope. So, still not able to hit that target way out there. Again, that's probably, I want to say 150 feet away. But you know, little tiny pistol probably isn't going to be super great at long range shooting. Just getting to know this guy, you're going to see a lot more on this channel. So I would like you to subscribe if you want, so you don't miss anything coming up in the future, especially the one where we look at if a 9mm will actually blow your lungs out, or if you need 2 12-gauge blasts, as a premier or a prominent politician has said. Guys, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button for me. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you on the next one.